Hey, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, busy with many things in life. And today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Westside Gunn album, 10. So, Westside Gunn, rapper from America, he is back with a new studio album, 10. And it's called 10 because it is actually the 10th album in the Hitler Wears Hermes series that Westside Gunn has been on for like a whole decade now. But yeah, we essentially have Hitler Wears Hermes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I believe a couple years ago, or I think actually only last year, he released Hitler Wears Hermes 8, and it is a huge grand double album with a side A and a side B. And for some reason, there's no 9, and immediately this year we have 10. And part of the reason why there's no 9, actually, the exact reason why there is no such thing as Hitler Wears Hermes 9, is because apparently the side B of 8 is already kind of considered 9. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's have 10. And also, apparently, Hitler Wears Hermes 10 is the last album in the entire series. So, this is pretty much it for the series. It doesn't mean Westside Gunn's gonna stop making music. It just means that this series is ending. So I'm actually interested in what sort of creative direction he's gonna go next. But anyways, we have the long-winded intro track, spoken word by A.A. Rashid, which is very long. It doesn't have to be 3 minutes, 4 minutes long in my opinion. The tongue-in-cheek wordings do sound interesting. I like the soulful samples and the horns. It just that it drags on for a little too much. The second track, Fly God Jr., is produced by Fly God Jr., who is actually Westside Gunn's son. And that is really freaking cool that he lets his own son produce a beat for him. That's really wholesome in my opinion. Yeah, given that it is produced by his own son, it's not very well mixed. The hi-hats are not mixed very well. The trap beat is kind of basic. But again, even though I don't think the production is great, it's really wholesome. One of the first tracks that I really love on this album is actually the track Super Kick Party with the insanely crazy beats. The pianos and strings and keyboards and everything is weirdly combined and smashed together in a very eerie way. And then on top of that, Westside Gunn raps his ass off, and the ad libs, the boom 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 boom, it's just so freaking hype, and it just slaps really hard. And then we have the track Shootouts in Soho featuring ASAP Rocky and Stove Got Cooks. I think ASAP Rocky sounds fine on this track. The instrumental is a little bit spooky with the off-kilter Halloween organs. I don't know where that's going, where that's coming from, so that's pretty weird. Peppas feature bright strings and pretty drones, and it features Black Star, and they are great on this track. Of course, with Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def, on the beat, it's really great. However, I think the beat is a little tame with the warp-pitched soul. After that, we have Nigo Lewis with the slow, surreal, spacey, feverish instrumental. And this track also features a Westside Pootie. And so there are some really funny bars and lyrics on this track because of that. Then we have the track BDP with the grimy boom bap beat, the very funny vocal samples, and also because of how grimy and distorted it is, there's something so strange and demented about this track, which I really love. Just so muddy and murky. Afterwards, we have what might be my favorite track on the entire album, Science Class, because this track features all the freaking veterans, or not all, but you know, it features some veterans in the hip hop game. Busta Rhymes, Ghostface Killah, and Raekwon are featured here, and all of them are fantastic. They all have amazing chemistry, and they all give off amazing energy. I mean, after all, the track is called Science Class. But really, lyrically on this track, they talk about friendship, they talk about bros being bros, and it is awesome. God is Love is kind of a messy track. The first half has all these shouts and these rapping underneath. There are some warped strings and random piano hits just on the left and right channel, just blasting all over the place, and then it abruptly changes to the second half, which sounds like it's played on an Android phone or something. Switches on Everything is also a highlight on the album for me. It's a very powerful drumless track featuring Run the Jewels. Again, you can't go wrong with Killer Mike and LP. The thick organs are gorgeous on this track, and instrumentally it's one of my favorites. Mac Don't Stop is also pretty good with the classy horns and the jazzy hi-hats. I always love it when there is jazz involved in a hip-hop album. Finally, the album ends off on Red Death, which is a 10.5-minute long rap monster featuring tons of people from the Griselda record label, including Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine, both of which are amazing rappers and lyricists. That being said, though, the beat is really slow and cumbersome. If this track is like 4 minutes long, it would have been fine, but it's 10.5 minutes long, so it just really drags. But yeah, aside from that, this is a really solid album. I'm giving the new Westside Gunn album 10, decent 7 out of 10. Yeah. So have you listened to the new Westside Gunn album from 1 to 10? Did you rate it, like it, and subscribe if you want more? And thanks for watching. Yes, I have many albums to review, so sit tight and I'll try my best to get through all of them. There are also albums that I listened to for a little bit but didn't have time to review, and I feel like I should start developing a habit, a healthy, may I remind you, a healthy habit of straight up not reviewing them, because I need to dedicate more of my time now to real life things like people in college and stuff, like touching grass. So yeah,